And I am the Senior Vice President of Professional Learning here at Carnegie Learning. I have several of my colleagues on with me today, so you may see them popping in the chat to say hello. They can also answer questions as we go, but we'll have plenty of time at the end also that you all can ask questions as well. We are stoked to be able to share an overview of what we do with you today, and we hope that the who, what, when, and where is definitely defined, but we hope that through that you also clearly see our why. That's super important to us. We are all extremely passionate about what we're doing across the state of Texas in terms of the resources that we're building specifically for Texas educators, and also the professional learning that we're providing across the state already too. And so we would love for you all to be a part of that as well. With that said, we are extremely honored to be chosen as one of the small number of educational partners to deliver product-specific professional learning for teachers, coaches, and administrators who are using our resources, our middle and high school Texas math solution. So today we want to spend a little bit of time detailing the suite of professional learning services that we provide around our resources, and also some content work in order to ensure that teachers are all supported. And that, obviously we want to ensure successful implementation of those resources. We hope that your choice to join us for this presentation means that you're either already using our high quality instructional materials or you're planning to begin using them soon. So it's important for us to start first by describing who we are. What is our approach to professional learning? This is the core of who we are and what we do. It's really important that you know that our mission and approach to professional learning is 100% driven by creating experiences for educators that inspire change. This is our mission statement. Across our Texas professional learning team, we know the educators that we work with are the key, really the key to making the change that we want to see in our classrooms. And it's really our goal to make sure that they never feel alone, and not just teachers, but also coaches, administrators, and anyone who is supporting the use of our resources. So our professional learning experiences really are created, they're not only centered around those high quality instructional materials that are in those teachers' hands, but they're also really centered around each teacher's own personal needs and professional growth areas, and each school's initiatives and the district's initiatives, and all of that's super custom. So we design professional learning experiences that our goal is to always inspire, empower, and honor each educator that we support. We know that folks who we are supporting already come to the table with many years of experience, and it's our goal to sort of hone those, help them create quality PLCs within schools that we support as they continue to grow together as a team. Like our curriculum, if you're familiar with the resources, the Texas Math Solution, which follows this sort of cycle of instructional design, our professional learning services embody that same cycle. And our goal is really to create an experience where teachers learn by doing. It is always our goal to structure professional learning for educators so that they're able to experience what it feels like to be in grade appropriate content with pedagogical strategies. We want them to experience that through students' eyes first. So we model what strong implementation looks like, and we provide various opportunities for educators to both reflect on how that modeling connects to the overall vision for math instruction in their district, but also to make connections to their own teaching practice where they're already doing some of those things and where they can infuse some new strategies too. Throughout each professional learning workshop or demo lesson cycle, educators really do experience that engage, develop, and demonstrate cycle of learning. We believe that the combination of our high quality professional learning paired with those high quality instructional materials really make a seamless, connected experience. And we know that when teachers experience classroom best practices first, they are more likely to implement those themselves too. So often we get asked, I just need to see it. Just show me how it works. And so that's our goal. This is really the core of how we design professional learning. This is really what we do. These 5 pillars of effective professional learning were born out of a study done by the Center for Public Ed several years ago. And that study was basically a huge compilation of decades of research around professional learning. And they really define the key characteristics of effective professional learning as these 5 things. And we're driven by these 5 core principles at Carnegie Learning. You will see them threaded through the workshops that we offer, the job embedded support that we provide, and across the full scale partnerships that we built across Texas too. Our team is really amazing, period. Our team is awesome and amazing, and they are the core of what we do. They're all former educators who are extremely passionate. If any of you have met any of them before, you will see the passion just exude from them about math education and about our high quality instructional materials as well. They're all masters in creating rich content specific learning experiences that support teachers at all levels, really, in perfecting their craft. We have a growing Texas team, and we can assure you that anyone we task with supporting educators in Texas will not only be an expert in our high quality instructional materials created just for Texas, but will also have an extensive knowledge of the TEKS and the ELPs too. All right, so let's talk. So we've given you kind of a big picture view of who we are and what we're all about, what drives us, our team, all of those things, big picture things. So let's dig into like, what do we actually offer? What do we do at Carnegie Learning to support educators who are using those high quality instructional materials? We really offer 4 big buckets of professional learning services, and all of which really impact the implementation of our resources. That first bucket is solely centered around implementation, and much of that comes early on in the implementation process. So we offer extensive and targeted implementation support that not only supports teachers as they get up and running with our blended solution, but also provides, our goal is also to really be there and provide just-in-time support when they need it most in their classrooms while they're implementing. We know that teachers need more support when they're implementing than any other time. So some of our most popular offerings outside of that initial workshop are on-site coaching and support, and our demonstration lesson cycles, where we model the entire instructional planning process, delivering of the lesson, and then reflecting process with our teachers. In addition to that resource-specific professional learning, we also know that it's important to support teachers with digging into the content. So we also provide collaborative doing the math sessions, along with really full-scale module and topic overviews, or we can structure training that's centered around a subset of TEKS based on maybe some identified areas of need in your district too. We do that also specific to grade level, or we can do sort of like a vertical aligned session too, so they can see how that arc of the math builds across grades too. It's also important in that third bucket for you to know that we also want to support you as leaders in your district. We know that, you know, you are also the key to the partnership and to that implementation, especially when we're not around. So we like to engage in regular partnership meetings, which are really a standard practice in our partnerships. But we can also provide leadership workshops, and we love to do leadership walkthroughs where we provide opportunities for coaching you as leaders and coaching coaches too. And then lastly, our biggest really capacity building experience takes place at our Long Live Math Institute, which is a week over the summer where we host, or we can host a math institute across your district. We've done that before in several districts. Our biggest partnership there was in the school district of Philadelphia. We did that over the course of 3 summers, and we got to impact over 3,000 math teachers. It was really cool. All this to say, we have a wide variety of professional learning menu items for you to choose from, and it's our goal to really design a professional learning plan made up of the pieces of this menu, if you will, that'll have the biggest impact on your district and your educators too. I also want to mention that we have a full suite of live and on-demand personalized virtual learning tools that are designed to support teachers where and when they need it too. And we call this amazing digital professional learning world MyPL Plus. It's really a world where teachers can kind of create their own path of professional learning, and it's a supplement to some of those other in-person, on-site, and virtual support with live folks. But we really give them the tools to choose the content that best aligns with their personal professional learning goals, the mode of learning that best fits their lifestyle, and the timeline that best fits their schedule. The MyPL Plus contains both on-demand and self-paced content, as well as live content. We offer live office hours monthly through MyPL Plus as well. And we can configure it so that you could also, teachers could also schedule one-on-one live coaching sessions with our experts via MyPL Plus as well. And the best news really for you all is that it provides a wide range of data, from individual data and reporting, badge earning, course tracking, all of that, to automized district and school level usage reports too. So we like to say that MyPL Plus is our secret sauce. It's really an added support resource that teachers can drive based on their own professional learning needs as a supplement to all of that live and on-site training and support that they're getting from our master practitioners as well. All that to say, our ultimate goal across all of the professional learning partnerships that we have is to ensure that educators and leaders never feel alone. We never want you to feel like, you know, you've got this resource and you are struggling and you just don't know what to do with it. We always want to be there side by side with our sleeves rolled up, you know, digging in and doing the work together with you side by side. So we would love to work together with you to sort of create a scope of services that center around your district and school level initiatives also that, you know, maximize success. Maybe it's made up of some of these bulleted lists. You probably heard me use the word partnership a million times so far in this presentation, and that's because really that is what we do. We never want to hand you resources and walk away, and we never want to do a training and walk away. We want this to be a long-standing partnership together with you and all of the stakeholders across your district, centered around this implementation cycle. I mentioned earlier, when you partner with Carnegie Learning, our team becomes your team. And that's true. We all collaborate together across an integrated team of stakeholders, both from our squad and from your district. Our folks come from our professional learning team, and we also have an amazing group of folks on our customer success team. And we help navigate that this implementation cycle to ensure that we are successful across the journey of implementing our resources. The implementation cycle really contains a very rigorous cycle of activities. Here's some bulleted lists. We want to start by collaborating with district and school leaders to develop a full-scale plan to support the implementation of our high-quality instructional resources, and that plan consists of a scope of services, a timeline. We establish implementation protocols with you for a variety of ways that we're going to interact with teachers and leaders as well. In the onboard and implement phase, our goal is to really ensure that educators are fully equipped with everything they need to begin implementation. This is us kind of getting them off the ground, making sure that they feel ready the first few weeks of school, and that they're supported when they begin that journey too. After we begin the implementation, it's important to us to also monitor teacher and student progress, and then together with you, adapt and fine tune our ongoing support as we go. Just because we create a plan in that first phase doesn't mean we just blindly and automatedly follow that plan till the end of the school year. We always want to come back to that. We want to look at the data, and we want to fine tune where we see, you know, different directions we need to go with the support. And then lastly, we will work alongside you to engage in ongoing collaborative partnership meetings. And those will include stakeholders from our team and yours as well in that measure and grow phase too. We are more than happy to send you a sample implementation plan as a follow-up to this session, if you would like to see that. And of course, every implementation plan is customized to meet the individual needs of the school district. We'd love to have planning meetings, then design a really cool implementation plan to present and walk through to you, and then, you know, fine tune that together. We want to make sure that we're infusing all the initiatives you already have going in your district in that plan as well, so it doesn't seem like a foreign extra something else to do to teachers as well too. We also thought it might be great to share what some of our current partners are saying about us. So I'm going to ask some of my colleagues to come off of mute and read some of these, I will call them love notes, out loud for you all to hear. Sharon, I'm wondering if you want to go first. Can you take this quote about Peter? Peter is our Texas Senior Manager of School Partnerships.
Absolutely. This one's near and dear to my heart. And from Fort Worth ISD, their comment was, I can't say enough about how beneficial Carnegie Learning has been to our school. This year, we began with Professional Development Conference, which was focused on tools and best practices for math. But that's not all. In the fall, Peter Corellis began classroom visits, coaching, feedback, and modeling, all of which was highly tangible for teachers, administrators, and coaches. His approach to the classroom and coaching technique put teachers at ease.
Thanks, Sharon.
You bet.
All right. Stephanie, will you read the next one about Julie?
Absolutely. Julie and Will were exceptional facilitators of learning. I appreciate their enthusiasm and their knowledge of Carnegie. I appreciate the practice and on-the-spot coaching for lesson plannings and overall concept of scholars learning math and how to process math rather than memorizing the skill for state-mandated tests. I look forward to doing the math sessions to further enhance and sharpen my skills as a math educator. That one was from Spring ISD.
Chris, do you want to read this one about Lamario?
Absolutely. I am thoroughly impressed by the training. I wasn't expecting it to be engaging and something many of the learners in Aldine needed, but it is something that was thought out and created with proficiency. I really enjoyed exploring this program and having the opportunity to click around on my own before the material was presented to my students.
Awesome. All right. And lastly, we have a quote about Aaron. Shelley, you want to read that one?
Absolutely. So this is also from a Fort Worth ISD administrator. The virtual training was very interactive, and I was excited about learning new features in Zoom. I was also impressed, but not surprised by the level of teacher engagement. I learned from their strategies as well. As a matter of fact, we have grade level meetings on Friday with each grade level, and teachers gave us very good feedback about number talks and what they learned. Thank you so much for a good session and for the learning opportunity.
Thank you all. All right, so we want to partner with you too. We want you to be saying those amazing things about us and our partnership together with you. These are your friendly Texas Senior Account Executives, Sharon and Chris. They are here to help along with me and our customer success team, Shelley, Stephanie, and some others. Cassie is also on the Texas squad for professional learning too. There are too many of us to put all of our photos on this slide, but I would encourage you to screenshot this slide or jot down their information. I am certain that they will follow up with you after this session as well, with access to our sample center where you can explore our Texas middle and high school math solutions if you have not already or would like to. And then in addition, they're going to send you a sample professional learning partnership plan. And you can take a look at that and know that we would love to meet with you and customize something like that for you and your district as well. And then you can always reach out to us at texas-partner@carnegielearning.com with any questions as well. All right. So we're going to sort of open it up to you all and let you ask questions of us. What questions do you have based on the information we have just sort of poured out on you about professional learning at Carnegie Learning? You can come off mute or you can throw them in the chat, either way.